many better names the cats came up with for the new PlayStation VR2 Move controllers.
You know, I didn't think the intro to last week was gonna have like a sequel, but I love it. I mean, you kind of half-assed this attempt, but I don't know if you noticed or not, but the one that I see the most of so far, Brian, is in fact the Orbs.
Yeah, give it some more time. You say I half-assed this, but I just started it late. You know, we're going to have the more time people have to think about these great names. I mean, come on. Like Aaron Banks says they should be called controllers. I think that's pretty fucking innovative.
That's a pretty good name for them.
Yeah, absolutely. David Knight thinks it should be called the Puppet Masters. I think that's a phenomenal. It's infinitely better than Orbs. Darfin McBlowhole, which I mean is a better name than he could possibly name the Orbs themselves, says they should be called Joko Sticks. Mm-hmm. Dual touch.
What about the thong bows? Thong boys.
I mean, I don't know. Thong bows, thong boys. I don't know. I'm down either way. Jay who got the gay. I hope it's contagious. Says dual touch or maybe sense controls. That's good stuff. Kaysen, PlayStation grips. I think this is my favorite one so far. Kaysen,
the PlayStation grips. That's the name of a button.
You're a button. Do you think we can drag this conversation out long enough?
Press. I'll tell you what. Press the button and start the show.
Okay. I was trying to drag this out long enough for for Dave to show up.
Rated M for mature.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. That's not it. This isn't the beginning of the show. This is the beginning of the show. This is PSVR GAMESCAST Live, where we film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do declare, it might be hump day. My name's Brian Paul from this channel, or that channel right there. We're not quite centered. PSVR without parole. And the guy to my right, while we wait for Dave to show up, that fucking slacker, AJ from the Underground. PSVR Underground.
What is up, Brian? What is up, Gamecats? How is everybody? Happy hump day. Hopefully we can make your day a little bit better with some awesome, sweet PSVR goodness.
I was kind of hoping you were going to go with awesome, sweet PSVR love. It's hump day, man. You get. Okay, you know what? Why do I talk? Guys, a little housekeeping while we wait for Dave to show up and while we wait for the show to get started. Make sure you join our Discord. Discord's where this conversation happens 24/7. A lot of cool people have been joining. A lot of cool people have been hanging out. One of our most recent members who joined just earlier today was Joseph from Ramen VR, makers of Zenith, right? Big MMO. Fuck you. Zenith. The Fractured City. That's what it's called, and you will get used to it.
I can't wait. That game's going to be so dope. Can't wait.
Can't wait. So, you know, it's actually becoming a pretty cool place to hang out and talk to devs, not just us and other cool cats. We're also, you know, planning on all sorts of different multiplayer meetups and stuff like that. Every single Sunday over there, we do like kind of a Gamecat meetup where we flood the servers of a particular multiplayer PSVR game. You know, a lot of these games have been dormant for too long. No one's playing them at all. And so if you don't actually take initiative and try to get a game together, there's just no one going to be playing. So that's what we're trying to do every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And in this upcoming Sunday, I gotta say, we kind of took an easy out here. It's Solaris, which is probably a game that doesn't need our help getting any multiplayer support. But we figured, let's get in while the going's good and see who's playing this Sunday, 2 p.m. Join our Discord so you can see how to get involved in that. Shout out to Peter Cordova with the $5 tips. Has been in Mexico for 3 weeks and keep missing your shows when I usually watch religiously every day. Happy to catch y'all. Love you guys. We love you too, Peter Cordova. Thank you so much for the pesos. We appreciate it very much.
Hell yeah. Also, before we get started, guys, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, all that YouTubery stuff. Yeah. We're going to start saying that now. Because we have to. Yeah,
apparently when I told people to hit the like button last week, or no, I'm sorry, Monday, you guys all fucking came out and hit the like button. So yeah, hit the like button, man. Pretend like you like the show before you've even seen what we have to say. Also,
we're real YouTubers now, Brian.
I know.
We did it. We've made it.
It's awful. I can't go on. Not like this. I can't go on. And if you are subscribed to Without Parole, make sure you also subscribe to AJ over at PSVR Underground. He's been the the savior of live streams recently. I haven't been playing anything live. I just haven't had the desire, time. The weather's getting warmer. It's going to take a little bit more energy for me to be like, yeah, man, like let's put the headset on and like go do this for a few hours. So make sure you subscribe to AJ because he's doing that. Delirium Drew actually says that Solaris does need our help. So okay, well, then I guess I'm glad we're doing this then because I love Solaris and it would suck to jump in on Sunday and have no one be there. All right, man. Well, I don't know when Dave's going to show up, so I guess we should probably get the show started right now.
Your Long Shadows is a Gamecat Meow says, not real YouTubers until you tell people to hit the bell icon. Let's take it slow, okay? One step at a time, Your Long Shadows. Baby steps.
What does the bell icon do? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It brings you Taco Bell. First story today, guys. As always, we're going to talk about anything PS5 related. But first, we actually have something, because every single new month, we like to look at the top 10 most downloaded PSVR games from the PlayStation Network. And we have received that list today. We're going to run through it real quick and talk about it. At number 10, this is just North America only, but we'll mention something from the EU as well. Number 10 is Surgeon Simulator Experience Reality.
It's
really, guys?
It's like proof that reviews don't influence sales whatsoever. or that you'll just buy anything if it's cheap enough.
No, because they don't. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Dude,
at number 9.
Viking Days. What do you, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh.
Yeah.
And speak of the devil, there he is right on time. What's up, Dave?
Yeah.
My mic not working. Oh, it is working. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Great, graceful entrance as always.
Yes.
So we're going through the top 10. And number 10, Dave, was Surgeon Simulator for the top 10 most downloaded PSVR
Really?
games. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really? Mm-hmm. Was it on a huge sale? It has been on sale a few times recently,
yeah, I
right?
think so.
Like,
probably.
Yeah, so.
Hopefully. Number 9 is Gorn, which I played again recently and on PS5, and it bugged the hell out. It was going at like 5 frames a second. It was really bad. So I don't know if that's a PS5 issue with that game or what, but otherwise it's a pretty decent, like, fun game. I liked it overall.
Yeah, I did too. Definitely. It was a victim of too much hype. And there was no way that it was going to live up to the hype. All the people who have been excited about it, watching YouTubers play it for years, and then finally comes to PSVR, they're like, oh, this is all it is. But like if it had just come out without all the hype, I think a lot more people would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only game in our history that became a running meme about, like, when the fuck is this thing coming out?
Right.
And that definitely, I don't know, it just seemed kind of underwhelming, like you said, when it finally dropped. So, yeah.
Number 8, we have Doom 3 VR Edition.
Oh,
Should have been number 1. Should have been number 1.
Should have been number 1. It was $13.99 last month, so that's a big, probably a big reason why. But that game also has a physical copy. Remember, this is only downloads only. Oh. This is from the PlayStation blog that they get this. So at number 7, we have Swordsman VR, which I don't actually think was on sale, but is back in the top 10. Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude. Alec kicking ass over there.
Yeah, man. And also, this wasn't part of the run of show, but right before the show started, he said, we'll have a release date next week for Swordsman's hand-to-hand update. So next week, Swordsman hand-to-hand combat update. That's why he keeps hitting the top 10 because he's releasing these amazing updates.
Well, that's really cool, AJ, but we told you about going off the script. Stick to the script, please. Come on. Anyways, we got a €54.99 Euro donation from Bel Ramio, the Game Cat. Thank you, sir. Says, sorry, I am late. I was busy finding a glow squid. This is some Minecraft shit. Okay. I was busy finding a glow squid and dragging it to my aquarium in my base. Not that anyone cares, but the Minecraft update is really great, despite having major features postponed. Good to know. Yeah. I know there's a lot of people out there who actually are interested in that. Some people care. Maybe not us as much as other people, but some people care.
Bel Ramio, thank you so much for the super generous donation. Also, we don't want to skip the donation that came in before that. Donatello dreaming about PSVR2 Gamecat with a $5 tip says, you forgot about the best part of the Without Parole Discord. Question of the day, which if you guys didn't know, Donatello heads that up now. JK, just seriously though, come and join the conversation on Discord. It's great. Question of the day is fun, man. I didn't like being in charge of it because I was like, I got other stuff to do. But man, it's like stopping in and seeing what it's random too. It's not always VR. It's like what makes a good taco. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I like this conversation.
Queso. All right. Number 6 is Gun Club VR, which I think was on sale, I believe. But good to see Gun Club back up here because I think, honestly, I kind of feel like that might be Binary Mill's best game.
Well, when did it get that update too? Didn't it get an update at some point?
It got a
That
SWAT.
added a
It got a
bunch of
SWAT DLC.
Yeah, paid
over
DLC.
Christmas.
Paid DLC,
Okay,
like $7 or $8, and it was good. It was really good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They did put full locomotion in it, which is cool. At number 5, Creed Rise to Glory. Like we said, man, this game always sells. This game just always sells well. It does go on sale a lot too, though.
Yep.
Oh, Servios games all go on sale, all at the same time. Usually, it's like every Servios game is on sale. So.
Number 4, Super.
Hot.
Rightfully so.
Super.
Hot.
Did we
Yes.
ditch Super Hot on the last top 25 list in favor of Sirento or something? I know we did weird things like that and we got rid of Moss or something. I don't know what actually ended up on the list, but it's still a must-have game whether we put it on the list or not.
Last one was a little bit weird, but
Yeah, we'll fix everything on the next list. I promise.
I stand by my decision.
Really? Wait. We
sorry.
didn't include Moss. You stand by that decision?
That wasn't my decision. Sirento was my
It
decision.
was a
decision,
collective
wasn't it?
decision, AJ.
Yeah.
It was. Yep.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah.
Yep. By proxy, it was your decision.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Number 3 was Job Simulator, which is a good
Still
game.
fucking
Yeah.
selling. Not even Vacation Sim. Job Sim.
It
that's
is
crazy
interesting.
to me. Like,
You'd think that everybody owned that game by now. But yeah.
I mean, I wonder if that means that they're still selling new headsets, right?
would
like
say so, yeah.
in some fashion. Yeah, like who's buying Job Sim? It's got to
Yeah.
be new users.
Yeah.
I will say I was like years late to playing it. I didn't play it until right before Vacation Simulator came out, and like around this time in 2019. And I was pleasantly surprised. I thought I was gonna hate Job Simulator, but I actually
It holds
really
up,
liked it.
dude. It holds
Yeah.
up. It's one of those like early examples of VR game design that just like almost like set a standard, right? Like other games had to be up to that bar because Accounting or not Accounting Plus, although Accounting Plus is a similar thing pretty well. But yeah, good
Yeah.
shit.
At number 2, this might be a little bit of a surprise, is, or maybe not, Vader Immortal, a Star Wars VR series.
Not a surprise. It has lightsabers.
Yeah, I mean, not a surprise. It's got lightsabers. It's Star Wars. It's VR. You know, I think a lot of people who love Star Wars are just gonna. It didn't matter if that game was any good or not. Like they were gonna buy it regardless. It's like, well, I need
Also,
to experience this.
It was on sale for, I think, the cheapest it had been so far. I think it was $15.
Yeah.
And I'd definitely say it was worth $15, despite my rage of it not having, smooth, full locomotion, smooth turning, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's an abomination that they haven't fixed that game yet.
Despite that and the weird floppy wrists, it's still a great experience. So-
Maybe if Zen Studios had published it, they would have fucking fixed it by now.
Zen hasn't fixed Operencia yet, so
Well, but I'm just saying with their Star Wars stuff, at least they fixed up pinball real quick.
that's true.
Real quick.
Good point.
All right, and finally, speaking of lightsabers, at number 1 to reclaim the throne once again, holding down that number 1 spot is Le Beat à Sabre.
Of course.
Rightfully so, man. That game is still kicking ass after a couple years. New DLC, always keeping shit fresh, new free stuff. You know, like people complain, they're like, "Oh, Beat Saber's never been on sale." I was like, "Yeah, but the value of it, that $30, gets you so much further now than it did 2 years ago when it launched."
Yeah,
they've added more OSTs, bonus songs, tons of new modes, tons of new mods. Like it's twice the game it was when we first paid $30 for it. So I mean, technically, you know, you shouldn't be paying $60 for it. That doesn't make any sense at all. But like the fact is, they didn't charge for OST 2 and 3 or whatever. So
I think real quick on Beat Saber, I think the best update out of all the music packs and everything. Okay, maybe you could make an argument for the music packs and stuff, but I think the best update overall to the base game is by far the custom colors, being able to make your own colors. I feel like that is an awesome thing to be able to do in that game.
And also, of course, at some point, supposedly, we're getting multiplayer.
At some point.
Supposedly, yeah,
Eventually,
supposedly.
yeah, I don't know.
I choose to overlook that because I don't even care about the multiplayer that apparently exists right now. Like, that's not something I even want to do. So I'm like, I'm overlooking it big time.
Yeah, be excited about Synth Riders multiplayer.
Quick
Or
shout out.
just look forward to.
Quick shout out to Jonathan Roblox with the $10 tip. Says you guys are great on keeping up with the VR news and keep up the good work. Roblox. Thank you so much.
You're here, so you're great with keeping up with the VR news.
Oh, right. That's right. We just deliver the news. You
Right
guys
back
keep
at
up with it?
Yeah. There's a transitive property here, you know.
Okay. Hugh Guyver with the Australian 5 says, sorry I'm late. I was studying the back of my eyelids. I like reading it. I like understanding it as I read it. I didn't read it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Have some pizza money. Cousin Mac says, hello, etc. Thank you so much, Hugh Guyver. Say hi back to Cousin Mac. All right, you guys. So not a ton of surprises in that top 10 download list. It would be really nice to see games, that don't get enough love show up on that list. But it doesn't matter how much we jump up and down and tell people how good Gadgeteer and Separation are. They're just, we'll see.
It's weird because, you talk about games that don't get talked about enough. We never talk about Surgeon Simulator. How the fuck is that on the top 10 list? It's I know it has a following as a flat screen game. It's a franchise. People know. I get, but
it probably has PewDiePie videos or something.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And people flipping out and acting stupid and stuff and yelling and screaming. Yeah. I can't believe this just happened.
Oh my God,
It's not even a complete game, man. They stripped out the Alien Autopsy level, which was the coolest part of Surgeon Sim VR and PC. And then they were like, we couldn't get it working properly on PSVR. And they took it out right before launch. And then they never put it back in. It was like, what? All right, so whatever, man. It's not even...
What will make you happy, Brian, is that over on the Europe side, Paranormal Activity: The Lost Soul came in at number 9. There you go.
That'll make me happy. It was finally so cheap. Thank you, Beatles. It was finally so cheap. It was $6 last month. And in that game, the only thing wrong with it was that it was so expensive. It was $35 at launch. And so when they knocked down to 6, I was like, everybody fucking buy this thing right now. It's just do you like scary shit? You can't go wrong with it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Right. That was supposed to be a 3-minute conversation.
Yeah,
They're in big
and
trouble
then I
tonight.
showed up.
We're in big trouble tonight.
Sorry,
all right,
guys.
AJ, what's our next news story?
Our next news story is not actually news. It is just an analysis rumor. An analyst rumor, sorry. This comes from Android Central, and it basically says Oculus Quest 3 and PSVR2 coming in 2022, supply chain analyst says. So it's a VR lens. It goes talks about VR lens manufacturing, a lot of different things, and a lot of them say additionally, Kuo states that the PSVR 2 is expected to not only have higher quality lenses, we already know this, but also feature 4 cameras in the headset, we already know this, or at least 4. While no specific sales figures were given for PSVR 2 lens orders, Kuo estimates that Facebook's orders will increase, citing greater shipment expectations for the Oculus Quest 3. That number is said to hover between 18 to 20 million units in 2022, while Kuo expects 8 to 9 million Quest 2s. So he actually thinks Quest 3 is going to eclipse Quest 2, and they're coming in 2022. And they also believe that they're going to both be coming in late 2022. And I just got to say, sorry, but I'm not completely buying.
I'm not either. Well, so the reason that throws me off is that Oculus, Carmack himself, came out and said we're not interested in doing a 3 anytime soon. And they've just now started releasing the first Quest 2 exclusive games. Resident Evil 4 is going to be one of the first big ones that you can only play on Quest 2, right? I think that's how they're doing it. So why, if you're just starting to roll those out, would you sell people a third device that has shit that only you can play on the third device? I don't think they're doing that in 2022. I'd be surprised if they pushed another one. I initially thought that was going to be their iPhone model, every year a new iPhone. But I don't think they are. I think they're holding for a minute. So I don't buy that part of it.
At some point you have to look at your sales and go, hey, this is really working out well for us. Why would we start abandoning the second Quest 3 comes out, you know how difficult it is going to be for developers and everybody to be programming for Quest 3, making games for Quest 3, and then still supporting the Quest 1. That's incredibly difficult, right? The Quest 1 is a mobile processor. It's not very powerful at all, and so if you really want to take full advantage of whatever Quest 3 is offering, it's going to be a mess on Quest 1. And so right now, at least Quest 1 and 2 are comparable, right? It's easy to say, okay, Quest 2 has better graphics, better draw distance, better whatever, better textures, resolution, but it's essentially the same game. But you can still see massive differences, like we saw with Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife. It's massively different on Quest 1. It looks pales in comparison. It ruins the experience on Quest 1, to be honest with you. So I don't see them jumping that far ahead to kind of like make these differences even worse when compared to the current gen model. What I did find fascinating was that they think that it's going to be that many sold. Like, do we think the VR market's expanding that quickly?
By like 4 times.
I think I could totally see that the VR market expanding, absolutely, especially, but that's going to be because of PSVR 2.
Yeah.
and because, first of all, I'm not buying this one bit either, that the Quest 3 is releasing next year, and I'm also not thinking that PlayStation VR 2. I will go on record to say that PlayStation VR 2 is not coming at the latest Q3 next year, at the latest. So technically that counts as like later.
Yeah.
But I still think it's a first half release for PlayStation VR 2. I think that's waiting way too long. If also if they did release a Quest 3, I don't think it would outsell the Quest 2. I think it would burn in a fire and go horribly wrong for them.
I mean, it would have to be a really good value proposition. It would have to, but I don't see them. I just don't think that's going to happen next year.
Well, I'd like to look at like iPhone sale numbers, because I know that people are very, very loyal to the ecosystem that they're part of. Right, PlayStation gamers are very loyal to PlayStation. They buy everything PlayStation. They're going from PSVR 1 to PSVR 2. Even people who've like jumped ship and like picked up a Quest 1 or 2 have said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm coming back and picking up a PSVR 2 the second that's out." But I'd like to know how loyal that Quest audience is. If they're saying, "Hey, you know what? There's a new Quest out, and if all my games are going to be playable on my Quest 3, and I'm just going to carry on in this ecosystem," then who knows, man? It could very well be like the iPhone and just like double and triple and whatever every iteration.
Yeah. The only thing though is like I don't see people having brand love for Facebook. Like people get a Quest despite Facebook. They get a Quest even though they hate Facebook.
Yeah.
They're like, I deleted my account 5 years ago, but I guess I'll make a new one to sign into this Oculus, So I don't think anybody cares about Facebook the same way we do about Sony and, other platform holders like that. And that's an uphill battle they'll never win. Nobody's going to like Facebook, especially when they're like,
The Triangulator says, AJ, we still can't get PS5 units, though. And that's the reason why we're not seeing a big PSVR 2 push right now or any big announcements. First of all, they have a huge lineup of games coming this summer, probably some that are going to get delayed until the rest of the year. And then the focus will shift to PSVR 2. But yeah, if there wasn't a supply chain problem, all these, pandemic-related problems that we're now seeing the effects of, then this stuff would have, PSVR 2 probably would have been a holiday release this year. We'd already be probably gearing up towards that, but the only reason we're waiting longer is because of what has been going on in the world. But yeah, that's why you're not seeing a big push. But PS5s are slowly starting to there's been these pushes of big sales and stuff of them, so it's getting back to it's getting there. But it still has a long way to go. Yeah. Of course.
I'd be absolutely blown away if in Q1 of next year, after the holidays and everything else and things start settled down, I would be blown away if people are still saying, but don't talk about PSVR 2, I still can't get a PlayStation 5. So put yourself in the future a little bit and say, yeah, these supply chain issues are going to work themselves out by then. And then, hopefully you've saved money for both PS5 and PSVR 2. I really don't think this is going to be a conversation we're having in Q2 of 2022. I think everyone who wants a PlayStation 5 by then will have one. Anyone who can afford a PlayStation 5 by then will have one. And I feel like there's no reason to wait any longer after that to release PSVR 2. the fact that it's not coming out this year, I understand you want to give PlayStation 5 its launch. Make sure it has a successful launch. Give it the attention it deserves, and do all that. Make sure you get the foundation in before you start building on top of it. But I just think that waiting any more than a year is crazy, right? Because suddenly PlayStation 5 doesn't seem nearly as powerful after you've had it for a couple of years. It's slowly becoming old tech, right? It's slowly not being able to compete with newer PCs, right?
We'll see how long that takes, though, because we haven't seen what it can do yet. A console takes a year or two to get its feet under it, and you start seeing the real good shit.
Absolutely.
Unreal Engine 5 is supposed to be
true.
coming out.
But that's because developers get their hands on it and start working with it and realize what you can do with it, right? And if you don't get that shit into developers' hands now, then we're just going to keep pushing off the future of VR. I don't know. It drives me crazy because I want it now. I know there's a lot of people out there that want it now, and anytime I hear, it's coming the second half of 2022, I was like, you're out of your mind. But what if that's true? There's a part of my head that goes, I don't know, man. I just can't see that being true.
They have to get once they get the supply chain stuff sorted, then we know it's game on. Anything is fair game at that point. But they have to get that fixed first. If we go into the end of this year and they're still talking about supply chain issues and shortage of supplies and stuff, then we that could push us a little bit further for sure.
We got a tip from Big Show here. $5 tip says only 0.02% of people had a knee-jerk reaction about Facebook login. 99% of people don't care. I have both, but love Quest more. I mean, that's. I don't know if you've got facts on that, Big Show, but I haven't heard it. 99% of the people we talk to fucking hate Facebook. Yeah. Period.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
And the commentary I hear is always, "Oh man, it sucks. I have to use Facebook."
Yep.
Never "Oh, I don't care. I don't mind Facebook." No one's saying that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would have deleted my personal Facebook if it wasn't for my Quest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right, but that's not the only news we got. So we'll see how that plays out, and we'll see how we'll see if we were right once again. I don't know. But Brian.
Hey.
Wait, did that come from Tech Radar? Maybe,
no, that was from Android Central.
Android Central. Okay, well, from Tech Radar, also catching up with the conversation here, they have an article by Henry St. Ledger that says GTA5 in VR looks likely after new Rockstar game announced. And they say Rockstar's next AAA game will be made entirely in VR, it seems, after an Australian dev leaked information about an upcoming title from the GTA and Red Dead Redemption publisher.
Well, that's exciting, but we don't know for sure that it's GTA, right? They're working on a AAA project for Rockstar. We're assuming it could be GTA, but there's not enough here to go on if it would be a brand new title or a remake of something in VR. Are there any specifics in here in terms of Nope. Okay.
No.
So, I mean, this could be anything, right? I can't wait for a AAA game from Rockstar.
Yeah.
But I think assuming it's GTA is jumping the gun a slight amount.
What? Tell me this. Since we're going to be doing a lot of speculating here, Dave, if assuming that it's Grand Theft Auto 5 is jumping the gun, what would be a better or make more sense financially to them?
I had heard that Red Dead Redemption, in the code, somebody had discovered references to VR, that they had floated it or tried it, and it did ship with a first-person mode. And GTA 5 got that later, I think, right? Did it have a first-person? Maybe it did. I'm not sure. But that was a thing in Red Dead. You could play the whole thing first-person, pretty much. And so I think maybe that would be a fun one. And imagine throwing your lasso in VR and stuff. That'd be really fun.
The two highest, the speculation is basically around Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption are the most likely ones because they believe that it's supposed to be an open world title, going by what all the evidence that they've posted. So it could be one of the two. Either one makes sense to me. But because GTA 5 has been out for so long, I could see them going the Red Dead Redemption route. But just like how a year or two ago when we started talking about this, I still think it's going to be GTA 5 for VR because they have this whole thing with this partnership with Sony now, and what is it? GTA Online is like going to be free at some point on PS5. I don't know if it already is.
Yeah, they've talked about that. Yeah.
So I feel like they're just not done pushing Grand Theft Auto. It's one of the most popular franchises, highest selling franchises of all time, IPs, I should say. And I think there's plenty of reason, just like how Skyrim was remade over and over and over. And guess what? My favorite version is by far the PSVR version, absolutely, or the VR version.
Oh my God, Mako XL says it's going to be Thrasher Skate and Destroy VR. I'm so glad that someone else remembers that game, dude. Oh my God, I love that game.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many potential games that it could be. I've seen comments from people saying, "Oh, how crazy would it be for Manhunt to be in VR? How crazy would it be, like something smaller scale, like Bully? It's like a smaller open world things that Rockstar have done in the past that would be, easier to experiment with, but." But the fact is like they've already done their experimenting. It was Rockstar proper that actually ported LA Noire into VR. Team Bondi has been gone forever. So I feel like their experimenting is over, and they didn't want to like come out of the gate with a Grand Theft Auto, but they did want to experiment with VR and do something with it, and that's where LA Noire came from. And now it's like if you're going to spend resources making something for VR, why not make it something that's going to be a guaranteed bestseller? We're still looking at a VR market that's really small comparatively to what Rockstar's used to dealing with, right? The VR market's much smaller than the PS4 or upcoming PS5 sales, and so why not make sure that every single person who has a headset for the platform for the game that you're publishing will want that game, right? Red Dead Redemption, as great as it is not selling Grand Theft Auto 5 numbers. And Grand Theft Auto 5 has been around. This would be the ultimate version of it, right? Finally give you another reason to re-buy Grand Theft Auto. Like, I don't know how much I'd want to be like, oh, I'm going to play Red Dead Redemption again because it's in VR. It's like, okay, but
I think
I would
the thing
do
to
it for
keep in
Grand
mind
Theft.
though is Grand Theft Auto is selling because Grand Theft Auto Online is still such a big thing. Like, they're not selling new copies to people who are like, I've never played Grand Theft Auto before. I can't wait to play Grand Theft Auto 5.
I mean, you don't know that, though. You don't know that.
At this point in time, it's been out for it's like Skyrim. It's been out
exactly.
forever.
And
like,
Skyrim still probably sells a whole bunch.
So the only counterpoint that I have, Brian, is that the online part is their moneymaker right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Red Dead Redemption, I don't know. So I don't think anybody could pull off an online game like GTA 5 in the next year or two in VR, because that's like way beyond what anybody's even tried to do. There's like massively online multiplayer. There's all these different things you could do in the game at this point. Like, if they supported everything, that's a huge endeavor. Whereas Red Dead, take the single player, can it, ship it, it's easier, and it'll still sell big numbers, right?
I understand that
feasible.
would be...
It seems more feasible to me. I don't know.
It seems like it would be easier to do as a single player experience, but I do not think that's going to be the case here. I mean, we said No Man's Sky couldn't get VR support, and look at what it's doing now. It is insane what No Man's Sky is capable of. And like Brian said, man, if I wanted to sell PSVR 2s, I would absolutely have Grand Theft Auto 5 on there, because while Red Dead Redemption is like a 20 million something, I could be wrong with these numbers, but I'm pretty sure they're right. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Red Dead Redemption is like a 20 million selling game. I'm pretty sure Grand Theft Auto is like 120 million selling copy games.
Yeah. Shades of Grey Matter says, considering Grand Theft Auto 5 runs on PS4, getting it to run online on PS5 and PSVR 2 should be completely possible. Don't forget that GTA 5 was a PlayStation 3 game.
Right.
It will now have transcended 3 generations of consoles. Like, if you can do this shit on PS3, it's like, by all means, man, you just shove this thing fucking into VR, give us first person, everything. Let's do it. I mean, like, it's a guaranteed blockbuster. This will actually... Unlike, I think, all the other games that we've talked about over the past few years, this would be a system seller. I can't really think of many other system sellers that would guarantee PSVR 2 sales the way this will.
Yeah, this would sell so many because of just the open world, the sandbox environment kind of thing, and there's so much to do, like you said. And I think all of those updates and everything that Grand Theft Auto 5 has gotten over the years is also going to be included with this. I think it's going to be the full package.
Yeah, and making it cross platform play online for Grand Theft Auto Online, like having that so people with flat screen can play with people in VR, and like just like you've created this whole now like Grand Theft ecosystem where everyone can play together and like never have to worry about a player base. Like this game would never have to worry about a player base; it would be thriving all the time. So
I mean, and specifically that part of it too, like if that happened, if this is what's going to happen, that sells headsets. Because when I was playing Squadrons with people who were on voice chat, randoms who didn't have a VR headset, they were like, inevitably, oh, wow, that sounds really cool. I'd love to play this in VR. You know what I mean? Like, I'm playing this same game next to you right now, but now that I think about it, it might actually be cool to have a VR headset because I love this game, right? So that moment, I think, will sell headsets for people if that's what they need.
That's what people want. The thing that the people that don't have headsets right now, they always say the same thing. Well, either the tech isn't there or it doesn't have the big AAA games yet. And everybody that has been holding off of PSVR said they'll wait for the next one. Or if they're holding off from a Quest, they said I'll wait for PSVR2 because I don't like Facebook. And then those people, that's your audience right there that's going to come out and buy those. That is something that would absolutely catapult VR into the mainstream. It's not necessary, but there's going to be other things, obviously, to keep people staying around once they see how great it is and how immersive and fun and stuff. And they'll be like, oh my God, there's all these other developers and everything are going to benefit from it as well. But yeah, AAA games are that's what's going to grab the mainstream audience's attention.
I'll tell you what, we've gone on and on about Grand Theft Auto and how you and I at least think it's the most likely option or what most likely decision that that Rockstar could make, AJ. And Red Dead coming in a close second. I can totally see why that would be a thing, why Dave would think that. The one possibility I don't see happening is them making a new VR game. Like this would most definitely be a port of something they've already done because, again, sales for a big company like Rockstar, the sales just don't justify creating a whole new world that is only going to be available in VR, right? If they were creating a brand new game like Grand Theft Auto 6 or something along those lines and saying, oh, and it's also going to be in VR, I could see that possibly happening, but I really think the easiest route for them is going to be an existing game.
Don't you miss when game studios weren't so big that they didn't take fucking risks anymore? Like, I feel like Rockstar's never going to give us anything original again. Like, they had all these games, like the Warriors and stuff, somebody mentioned in chat. Like, all these weird little one-offs that were really good and really cool, like, interesting ideas. And they took risks every time. And now they can't even, it's like, I don't know. It's just going to be another... it's going to be a re-release. It's going to be a sequel. It's going to be something, it's like, I don't know. It's like the Fast and the Furious franchise at this point. Like, how many of these things are you going to fucking crank out before you give me something different?
Yeah, but I think you'll still get something different every now and then. I mean, with EA, we got Star Wars Squadrons, like you mentioned, and that to me was risky. It turned out to be successful and everything, but that could have easily flopped. It just happened to have the right amount of things and stuff. But I think Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR is an absolute guaranteed moneymaker, and that is my prediction as to what this is. I'm glad this article caught up to the conversation we had a year ago about this, because we already said we thought it was going to be Grand Theft Auto 5 or a spin-off or something. But I'm convinced that it's just Grand Theft Auto 5, whatever the latest version is, and everything, and I think it's going to be freaking amazing.
Really, really exciting stuff. But, we won't know until we know. And so definitely looking forward to hearing a little bit more from who knows when. There's a bunch of upcoming shows. I don't think Rockstar's ready to talk about anything yet. I do think this is something that we wouldn't hear from Rockstar themselves. I think that there's a bunch of developers working very, very closely with Sony on PSVR 2 games. And they're all fucking silent right now. Like, they are just being very, very quiet because Sony's going to want to reveal that on their stage. So they're going to want to reveal the PSVR2 and say, and look at all these fucking amazing games that are coming out for it. And just be like one after another, after another, after another. Oh, and one more thing, Grand Theft Auto, the entire game full online, cross-play, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it would blow everyone's fucking mind, right? To see, Resident Evil 8. There's a reason why no one's talking about certain VR games. And I think it's because Sony has them all on a pretty short leash. Guys, as exciting as that is, we are going to learn about a few more other VR games that are just this Saturday, I believe, right? On the UploadVR Showcase. Mm-hmm. And developers are slowly coming out and saying that they are going to be part of the show. We already knew that Vertigo Games is going to be showing more of After the Fall. We just found out in the last day or two that End Dreams is going to be showing off more Fract. Resolution Games is going to be showing Blast On and Demeo, which we're just kind of waiting on official PSVR2 announcements for both of those.
PSVR for Demeo would be great. That game's so fun. Good multiplayer game.
And then Cloudhead with Pistol Whip, which of course they're going to do the Smoke and Thunder. God, why do I not write these things down? So, Smoke and Thunder DLC?
Yes.
Nice.
And Concierge.
Guys, sorry. What else do you think we could possibly see from like After the Fall and Fract? We literally just saw more of those games recently. What could Upload be showing off?
I don't know. I can't imagine much. I mean, like Fract, you can't make me any more excited about at this point.
Yeah.
Like I've seen enough. I'm good. I'm buying the shit. You know, like
too.
Sign me up, boss. So like I don't know what else I
check over on YouTube. All right. It looks like
old Darth. Old Darth says, "Let's do the time warp again." I love it.
All right. So
like
as far as Fract goes, by the way, I picked up Phantom Covert Ops, and I've been checking that out. And it's really good. And I could see, but you know, with Phantom Covert Ops, it's all in a kayak, right? It's like Metal Gear kayaking. But when Fract wrote that article about what their like plans are for it, you know, you could tell like the guy writing, I think his name was Steven what? I don't want to get that wrong. Sorry if I did. But he was basically saying like, no, this has got to have full locomotion. This has got to have like, you know, balls to the wall action and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, man, for being taking place entirely in a kayak, Phantom Covert Ops is actually really, really well designed and really action packed and entertaining.
No, so I actually have to play that still. I bought it on Quest. I haven't played it yet.
So them making a game without the limitations of being stationary in the gameplay and stuff, I think this, after playing Phantom Covert Ops, I'm like, holy shit, Fract is going to be really, really good, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And
now that Ryan's got you in the chat, Steven Seagal was the guy's name.
Obviously, yeah, that's got to be the right
Steven
one.
Seagal was the one who wrote it. Yeah.
But I'm hoping for at least maybe some you know, maybe some details on the game, like the modes, maybe challenges, and a release date. I think that'd be cool. Otherwise, it's like we've already seen everything that we've seen for that.
Yeah. Somebody said maybe more RE4 stuff. I guess maybe we could see more RE4 there. I'm not sure. I mean, didn't say they were talking about it.
PSVR related.
Yeah. But
oh no, I'm just. We were saying what else could there be? I don't know.
Yeah. No, I would think that there's got to be a reason why we haven't heard the release date for these things yet. Summer is starting at the end of this month, and both of these games are summer releases. You know, at a certain point, you have to say, got to space out your announcements. Be like, okay, well, we're going to show new gameplay footage here. We're going to like say the release date here. We're going to do this. And if you want to be part of this show, and this show, you actually have to have something new. You can't just show the same thing that you've been showing over and over and over again. So I think release dates, we could possibly get release dates for both of these games this weekend.
That'd be the best thing, I think. Yeah. Really, because like at a certain point, it's like, listen, guys, is it the end of the hurricane season or the beginning of the hurricane season? Let me know, because that's a few months that we have no idea.
I don't get the reference.
Because summer is hurricane season in Florida.
So it's Florida. Yeah, Florida. I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to die.
Somebody got it out there.
Straight.
Somebody got it.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a bunch of stuff happening. We're gonna be hijacking that stream and be doing it here on Without
Saturday. Come watch with us Saturday, man. 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Saturday. come watch the showcase with us. There's going to be PSVR stuff to talk about, and we will all enjoy watching it together.
Which brings us to our next news story, and that is that Solaris Off-World Combat is out in all territories.
Finally,
it took 2 weeks, for to get to some places, and what sucks, and I feel for you guys, is that the discount is now over in the territories that it launched in. I was really, really hoping that they'd be able to, that First Contact would be able to work with Sony and say, listen, there was some unexpected delay, obviously, getting the game out, and let's do the 2-week discount starting the day it launches in these regions. But I know that working with Sony isn't always that easy. I know that talking about prices and managing those things isn't easy either. And as much as it sucks for everyone out there who just got the game, just know that like it wasn't on First Contact. Like it was, they would have loved to have this thing launch worldwide on the same day. Like there's no benefit to them releasing late in some of these territories. It just sucks that you're not getting the discount, man. Wish they could have done something about that.
Also, do we know, Triangulator is asking what I was going to ask, which is, do we know if the servers are still populated? Like, is Miles, if you're still around, I know you've been playing a bunch. Are you still getting regular games? Somebody told me recently.
You mentioned earlier that it's slowed down a little bit.
Yeah,
Drew mentioned that in the comments already.
Yeah,
well, I think somebody told me that they got the feeling when they played recently that there were only like 3 active lobbies going on.
Interesting.
Which is unfortunate to hear about. Hopefully it getting out to the rest of the world will help that.
Yeah.
But I just hope people don't pay full price and then get into dead lobbies, late to the game. Like,
totally agree. But keep in mind that if you do want to play Solaris, if you just picked it up and you're like experiencing dead lobbies, if that happens to be the case for some of you, make sure you join our Discord. I feel like a fucking broken record.
Oh, yes.
Because this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, will be the Gamecat Meetup this week. It's our game this week, and so make sure you come join us for that. And of course, we're not just gonna play during that time. Like I love dropping into Solaris for an hour or two here and there, so we can certainly get some other games together, even if it's not an official big meetup kind of thing. The Random Guy and Company with a New Zealand $30 is a little off topic, sorry cats, but I'm so hyped about the fact that Persistence is getting a PS5 remaster. Now, I love behind the scenes shit. AJ hates it. Just want to let you know, Random Guy, we just skipped that news story because we were running low on time. But you're bringing it back.
He said it in all caps with an exclamation point. He said, "Skip Persistence."
Now he says he's hyped that it's getting a PS5 remaster, meaning it's PSVR1 and PSVR2 compatible. Love y'all. I think that's taking a very big step.
I don't know about part 2 on that statement. Yeah.
I think he's correct, but also don't assume that that's the case until the time comes. I'm sure like having DualSense support and everything like that will make it much easier for it to be a PSVR2 game. But yeah, until they tell us, we don't know that. They haven't said anything about PSVR2.
I think they'd be crazy for all the work that they've done and the stuff they've continued to do with the Persistence. They'd be crazy not to remaster it for PSVR 2. And yeah, this enhanced version that will not affect the PSVR 1 version, but it will allow that when they port over the PSVR 2 version that it'll already have some enhanced things about it, maybe like ray tracing and some other things. I'd love to see. I mean, that game already had amazing audio design, so I'd love to see the spatial audio with the Tempest engine and everything.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it could get any better. But the one thing about the Persistence that I think would make everybody go nuts is if you could use the Orbs with it, because that's the one thing. It's DualShock only. I think that's what I think the Persistence is really underrated and underappreciated, and I think it's because it's DualShock only. I think if it used moves and stuff, people would be going nuts. They'd consider it a top 3 PSVR game.
Yeah.
Even.
I think I would put it a little higher on our list for sure.
Yeah. But that is a game I would absolutely play again in the thing, because it's definitely an amazing game. I still recommend it, absolutely. I've got the platinum in it. I've got 40 hours in it. It's an incredible game, especially if you like System Shock 2 and other things like that.
Yeah. All right, you guys, let's move on to the next story. What is it, AJ? What do we got going on here?
So real quick, let's just mention that there was an update for Minecraft. There was because it was a huge update. Apparently, they do a huge update every year for Minecraft.
Did you just call it Minecraft?
I don't think
was
think
that
you
a
did.
Freudian slip? I think he slipped on camera right there.
I think
that
so.
was not.
Tell us how you really feel.
I think it was kind of like the Exalta caves and something update, but they basically expanded a bunch of the stuff and the look
Cliffs
and
and caves,
the
right?
biomes
Cliffs and
and
caves.
cliffs and caves and
Cliffs and caves.
and stuff. Yeah, like they expanded the how much you can build up, how much you can build down and stuff. So a big big update, and a lot of people in our Discord. We have a tab for Minecraft. Go check it out if you're a Minecraft fan. You'll like little conversations and stuff going on there.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, and that we already got feedback from. It was Belramio who said he
Yes.
loves it. It's great. He's having a
Yes.
great time with it. So yeah, definitely pop back in.
All right, and we got next up. We got a tiny little update about Sniper Elite, right?
Yes, got an awesome tiny little update about Sniper Elite. They posted a trailer breakdown video yesterday. I don't know if you've ever seen before, but the Rebellion Studios, they have a guy that does these little breakdown videos and stuff. Everything from I've watched a couple of them because I want to get up to speed on everything, and he does really entertaining, really cool videos. And this one goes to it talks about a trailer breakdown and some of the details on the game. And one of the most significant things that I've seen, first of all, of course, everybody's asking, does it have X-ray kills? Because it wasn't in the trailer. But yes, they did confirm that they have X-ray kills, and it's been rebuilt. The camera for it has been rebuilt for VR. But this is what I really like, is that they have 18 levels. I had said when we watched the trailer, I was like, that looks like a lot of levels that they're flashing through. That's because there are 18 levels for the story mode that'll be told in like a retrospective point of view, and it takes place in southern Italy in 1943, and it's a new story. You're not playing as Carl anymore. You're playing as somebody else.
Good. Fuck
and
Carl. Who cares about
and
Carl?
it does
Carl.
Coral. It doesn't. It's not Coral, but it does support the DualShock 4 as well as the moves and the aim. So all three controllers. But yeah, man, 18 levels, replayable, and yeah, there's you can literally do like a full stealth option where you can sneak by the entire level. It sounds like, or you could do a hybrid or sniping or guns blazing. And it sounds like they rebuilt it for the moves too, so that you're actually doing lots more actions with the moves.
Yeah, it looked like this is maybe one of our first games that is in this genre that does the actual manual reload thing, right? Where you pop the thing out and you pop the thing back in, because that was in the trailer, right? With the move controllers. I think I saw that at some point.
Yeah. No price point on this yet though. But it's coming out July 8th, and I'm sure we'll be hearing something more about it soon.
$70. No,
$70?
No,
I'm gonna say.
I'm kidding.
I think it's 40. I think $49.99. $49.99. That's my guess.
I'm going with.
I think it.
What are you doing?
I think it looks like a $40 game, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be $30.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go
That
with.
might be
looks
too
like a
good to
40.
be. That seems like too good to be true. $30. I don't know.
I think Blood and Truth, Astrobot, all these games set a price point for high quality VR games, and that was all $39.99. So I'm gonna go with
$39.99.
Yep.
40 makes no sense.
I could see 40. Yeah, I could see 40.
Especially with that much content in it, it sounds like. But it is, it is different though. It's a redesigned. It's built from the ground up for VR. It's a standalone thing. It's not it's not a continuation of Sniper Elite 4 or anything like that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Very, very exciting week, guys. Don't forget, there's so much happening this week. Outside of our little VR bubble, we got the Jeff Keighley's Game Fest kicking off tomorrow, and so who knows what could happen then. We're not going to be streaming that. It's just way too much flat screen stuff, and with the potential of maybe a tiny little VR announcement here and there, if even. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. If you want to come hang out with us and shoot the shit in the Discord while we're all watching, we could possibly do it that way, but definitely not doing any live streams regarding that. I think it's time for PSVR 20 questions.
Oh yeah,
Dave, you're the host
this time, Brian.
Do you not
my goodness!
Do you not
I
read
didn't
the run
even
of show?
realize.
Why do I do a run of show?
That part I didn't read. So guys, I was late because I had a job interview, so it went well. But yeah, I sorry, I didn't read the whole thing. I missed that part.
Okay.
But I can think of a game in no time. I've already thought of one.
You've already thought of one.
Okay.
I've already thought of
Okay.
one.
All right, everybody out there,
You ready?
help us with this because we are going to ask 20 yes or no questions, and we're going to try to narrow down what game, PSVR game, Dave is thinking of. Help us in the chat. We're going to need your help. It's the only way we fucking do this sometimes. AJ,
Oh, I gotta keep track.
you want to kick it off?
Does it have aim support?
Nope.
Do you shoot guns in this game?
You do shoot guns in the game, yeah.
All right.
Does it have move support?
It does have move support.
Okay.
I should have asked DualShock 4.
It's fine. So you shoot guns, move support. Is it war themed?
I wouldn't say so. No.
Okay.
Is it stationary?
No.
So
Okay.
most likely full locomotion. Not is it
Although I
sci-
shouldn't have confirmed that.
Yeah,
for you.
I was gonna say, you
I
didn't have to
shouldn't
say that.
I
Yeah.
always give you guys a little too fucking.
there's a lot of
much.
shooters.
I always give you a little too much.
Is it
All right.
is it sci-fi themed?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So now we know it's a sci-fi
Ooh,
shooter
wait, no.
that supports the moves. That eliminates a lot of games.
Yeah.
Doesn't have aim support.
Mm-mm.
That also eliminates a lot of games.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sci-fi shooter. Let's see here. Is there melee combat?
Yes, actually, there is a form of melee combat in it. Yeah.
Would you consider this a
Sci-fi.
bullet hell game?
No.
There's only one
Not.
bullet hell. Oh, there's only one bullet hell, right? And it's stationary.
That's true. That's true.
Does evasion supports the aim? Sorry.
Is it a wave shooter?
No.
Okay.
You guys are just about to
How-
crack 10.
Okay.
That was question 9.
Okay.
Is it a tower defense shooter?
It
Or
is
game.
not.
Okay.
And I'll tell you guys that no one in the chat has guessed it yet.
No, you don't have to say that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you in the chat. I'm saying chat. Think harder.
Is it? We kind of still don't know what kind of game it is, right? We know it's sci-fi, but we know that you
Sci-fi.
shoot guns.
Sci-fi shooter. Remembering every 500 games off the top of my head is the hardest part.
It's not the persistence because it uses moves. It's not raw data because it's not a tower defense or wave shooter. Does it have? Would you call this an adventure game?
No.
Does it have? Let's see. Let me think of something here. Sci-fi moves, shooter, and melee combat. God, why is it so hard to remember everything? Did it come out within the last 2 years?
Let me double check so I don't lie to you. Maybe you can tell from how many letters I typed in just there. Maybe not. It came out in 2019. So, yeah. Well,
You always do give us way too much information.
you're not anywhere close to it yet. So, I mean, you deserve it. That's 12. Yeah, it's within the past 2 years, yes.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, just beyond 2 years ago. So, on the edge there.
Are you on rails?
You are not on rails.
Okay.
It has
That's very-
full locomotion.
very plain.
No, we didn't. We don't know it has full locomotion. We know that it doesn't.
Well,
that you're
I
not
sort
stationary.
of casually said yes. But yeah,
Okay.
You didn't ask. So you don't have that information.
Now we do.
No, you don't.
Just I can't think of. Okay, so 2019.
And you can't look up a list of 2019 shit.
I'm
you know
not.
that. Okay.
I know, but I'm trying to remember.
I mean, that's not as much
2019.
of a hint as you think I gave you there. I mean,
Is it an exploration game?
no, it's not.
So-
Brian already asked adventure, and so
Yeah.
maybe that's a little bit of overlap there. But Okay, that's
Adventure
number-
exploration.
that's number 14.
Okay.
14.
Let's recap here a little bit. Full locomotion,
Mhm.
move support, no aim support,
Correct.
Right.
sci-fi, Full Locomotion came out in 2019. It has a form of melee combat.
And shooting.
And shooting.
I think Kiefer had a good guess, but Borderlands 2 was
Has aim
2018.
support.
That has aim support also, yeah.
Right.
Also aim support, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guesses in here. No, Hitman doesn't have move support, Todd.
2019.
Definitely the Death Cat with Canadian $10 tips says, love the show as always. I've not played Solaris yet, but I do own it. I would have to hit up the Discord later and have someone give me the DL.
Oh, yeah.
Just jump in.
For sure.
Just jump in and start playing. Thank you so much for the donation, Deathly. We appreciate you.
The one thing I'll tell you is
Oh, shit.
stand on the point. You got to stand on the point. That's all you need to know. Anyways, so you're at, this will be 15, the next one.
Pirate Trainer does not have full locomotion. It's also a wave shooter. It's also a bullet hell game. It's all sorts of things.
It's not a yeah.
Right.
Does it have horror in it?
No.
Damn
All
it.
right. Sci-fi with guns, melee combat, move support. God, this is killing me.
Was it a well-known game?
That's, I don't.
Was it
Can
a
you
good
ask a
game?
different? Can you ask a different question?
Was it a good
I
game?
mean, I liked it.
Did
I
we like
enjoyed it.
Did we like it?
People enjoyed it. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a good game. Yeah, it's a good game.
2019, guys. 2019. How many questions we
Yeah,
got?
people in the chat are saying Immortal Legacy,
You're at
but
16, you're at 16 right now.
there's
I
no
already asked if
horror.
it had horror in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Think.
I think I got you guys on this one. I'm pretty sure I got you guys.
Yeah,
on
I
this
feel
one.
like you got us. Sharknado is a wave shooter. Are you at any point in this game? Are you in a vehicle?
No. That's 17.
Moral Legacy. What's up, Justin?
Yeah, definitely not.
2019.
Definitely not Aspire. If we're saying we liked it.
Oh yeah, it's not Aspire. I'll tell you that much.
No. 2019.
Ryan, we didn't like Eden Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Eden Tomorrow was terrible.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely terrible. Right.
But it's a good guess though.
Wow. I am
Sci-
blanking on games right now.
3 questions left.
3 questions left.
There's a big question that if you guys had asked earlier on would have helped you a lot.
Did
that I
this,
don't even know if you're going to think of yet.
did
but
this
we'll see.
developer make more than one PSVR game?
Yes,
no,
they did.
it's such a. Oh,
They did.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
maybe.
and so now we know that it very well could be, Servios. Trying to think of, does Arvory. Who else made multiple PSVR games or sequels?
Does it have multiplayer?
It does have multiplayer, yeah. You
That's
have
a
one
big one.
question left.
Okay.
You have one question left.
I see people
Sci-fi
in the chat.
shooter melee 2019 multiplayer. Sci-fi shooter melee 2019 multiplayer.
Can't be raw data.
Raw data was
can't
not
be Evasion.
2019.
It has
And
multiplayer.
it's moves. No aim support.
Yeah, can't be Firewall. We said
Firewall is 2018.
right. Because Firewall has aim support. I like all this.
Ooh, Shades of Gray Matter. I like where he's going with this. Ooh, Shades. We have one more, and then
Is there melee?
I think-
Is there melee in
that's what
Space
I'm
Junkies?
trying to remember.
It's been a while since I
That's
played
what
it.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
How many questions we have left? What number is this going to be?
This would be 20, so I think you have to guess.
We have to guess
on this one. You have to guess on this one.
AJ, I think Space Junkies does actually fulfill all of the things we've said so far. Do you want to take a risk and say it?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember if it had melee or not.
I think it did.
Don't Google.
let's see. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm
No,
going to go
I'm-
for it,
I'm-
man. I'm going to go for it.
Wait.
'Cause
Wait. Just
what?
give it a little bit longer. A little bit longer. Okay. All right, go for it, man.
Is it Space Junkies?
It's fucking Space Junkies.
Yes!
As I think
Yes.
Shades of Grey
They're
Matter won
wired.
that for us.
That's a wire.
But-
No. So what happened was for the whole time,
Yeah.
nobody was guessing anywhere right. Like I didn't see anybody say Space Junkies.
Right.
And then when you asked the multiplayer question, which is the one that I was like, you
Yeah.
needed that at the beginning.
Yeah.
You guys would have got it in 10
Yeah.
if you knew
Yeah.
it was multiplayer. And
Well-
chat would have
Ooh.
known immediately.
Well, and also
The
knowing that
melee
it was...
thing, there's a sword weapon you can equip as a
I
secondary.
remember that, yes.
You can
Oh, it was
You can
a sword
swing.
weapon.
Yeah.
It's a sword. It is a melee attack. So
For,
yeah,
for
you
me,
can-
knowing that it was a developer who made multiple PSVR games, and the fact that you didn't have to look it up was a huge
well,
gift for me.
Ubisoft, yeah.
Shades,
Ubisoft.
Shades
There's
of
only
Great
a few.
Matter, all humble, all being
Right? It's
poised.
like,
I
oh,
was
it
not
was
the
not
first,
me. It
not
wasn't
the-
me. Yep.
Well, the one that
It was a
almost
group effort. We know, but that was the one that I saw.
the one that almost threw me off, or that I wasn't sure about, was when you asked, was it well received? Did people like it? Because it was way too
Yeah.
expensive. It was so expensive,
Right.
but everyone liked it who played it. It was just
Yeah.
so goddamn expensive.
And it
So
didn't
that's
have
a
move
really-
controls out of the gate. It didn't have 3v3 out of the
Yeah,
gate.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right.
it didn't. And so that's a hard one to answer. I don't love that question for the
Yeah.
future.
Nice job.
Come
on
up,
the-
Braxton. Braxton, what do you mean? What else did Ubisoft make? They made Werewolves Within. They made Eagle Flight. I mean, Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Yeah.
Absolutely, really
Tons
good
of stuff.
Really good stuff. I hope that they're out in full support for the launch of PSVR2, man, because
Yeah.
they've got a ton
me
of VR
too.
games that could be out for that.
Yeah.
All right, you
I
guys.
agree with Delirium Drew. We need to add Space Junkies to the queue for the multiplayer meetups.
That'd be
That's-
super fun. Yeah,
that would be
And
really fun.
It's gotten cheaper. It's gotten
A lot
much
cheaper.
cheaper. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't shut down the servers, did they?
No, it's still running. I think.
Okay,
like-
just making sure.
Ubisoft doesn't do that.
All right, you guys, make sure that if you didn't already, click like on the video. It worked last time. Maybe it'll work this time too. Who knows? But also make sure you subscribe to Dave over at Dave Station VR. Subscribe to AJ over at PSVR Underground. Thank you to all the loyal mods out there, keeping the chat civil, keeping Discord civil. Make sure you guys join our Discord. The link for that is in the description below. We are definitely going to be playing some Solaris this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you get into that. Join our Discord so you know how to do it, and that's going to be awesome. Thank you. Also, a shout out to Miles Dyer, who's now in charge of our Instagram account, and shout out to Sci-Fi Gamecat Henry, who always sends me the timestamps. Actually, it seems like less and less time now. He did it immediately after the show yesterday, but I don't expect it for another 12 hours or so. So thank you to everybody out there. We love you all. Thank you all the cats. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you to everybody who said anything, helped us with 20 questions, and of course all the cats who sat back, watched the show, didn't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there, and we love you just as much. Let's cue the cat.
You're the cat, Brian, because I want to say see you Friday as well as Saturday before the Gamecat Meetup too. Braxton B, Justin Cassidy, 9 Lives of Gamecat, Your Long Shadows is a Gamecat, Meow, Todd the Father, Mucking Gamecat, Mark Pringles Leaf, Seraphim 190, JT Money, Delirium Drew VR, Nick Mulo, the Gamecat, Trusty Mods in the house tonight. Be good or they will zap you. Hunter the Gamecat, he's a Gamecat Pa Feet, Jupiter Mars. Yes, that is the shirt. I found my Jupiter Mars shirt. I'm so happy about it.
A shirt you love for a game you don't.
Right?
The shirt, yes, very true. The best thing to come out of that game. Deathly the Death Cat. Donatello dreaming about PSVR2 GameCat. Also, shout out to him for question of the day in the Discord.
Yes.
Let's see who we got here. Miles Dyer, Just Incredible, The Juice is Loose, Balio's channel, Shades of Grey Matter. Once again, thank you, and thank you Anakaze for guessing, helping you guys getting that to our attention. Beard of Power 666, Stingray X. Good to once finally meet you again in the Discord. Diz the Game Cat. Good to see you, my homie. Twitch of the single player Game Cat. PS5 4K gameplay. He says Corks. Of course he did. Because he used to be Corks the Game Cat. Get it? Johnny No Pockets, aka the Who Dat Game Cat. Hack the Game Cat. I knew it was lit up in here. Johnny Johnny Rap Out the Stray Cat. Murray RG221 says all day long. Damn right. All day. Gabriel 004, the license to be out. Get cat. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Doozy Cat in the house tonight. Good to see you, my friend. Chairface, one of my favorite names ever, probably my favorite name ever. Besides the same squad that's in the house. Chris Brinkley, B Tribble in the house tonight, guys. Peter Taylor, thank you so much.
Listen. I got to jump in here. Endeavor One, it's so nice to see you in the chat again and again.
Yeah.
But please,
Thank you.
please respond to my DMs, respond to my emails. It's like, it's good to see you here, but how come, like, on air, you treat us like friends, and behind the scenes, you treat me like fucking shit. What the hell?
Oh,
No, don't do it, Endeavor One. Don't do it.
No, do it.
Don't fall for it. No, just keep talking to me. Just keep talking to me. We got this.
That's
Endeavor
not
One.
actually happening.
We'll-
That's a
we'll
made up
work
thing in
something
AJ's
out.
head. That's a made up thing. That's not actually happening.
Oh
give you
God.
my phone number, Endeavor One. You
I
can just.
can't
Well, I'll be
wait.
the go-between. These guys
Oh
are
my
hard to
God.
deal with.
I want Arashi.
These guys are
I
hard
want
to deal
Arashi. Castles of Sin right in my veins. Just right in there. I want my Haru. Give her little belly rubs. Mm.
Ooh, oh, belly rubs.
Yeah, belly rubs on the wolf.
Hell
And
yeah.
then have her go rip somebody's jugular out.
Oh yeah. And if you touch my wolf, I'm gonna fucking rip your jugular out.
John Wick ninja style, samurai
Oh, yeah.
style.
All right, guys, that's the show, isn't it?
Is that
I
the
think
show?
it is the show.
All right,
That's
well,
a show.
then we'll see you on Friday.
Love
We
you
love
all.
you. Yeah. Happy E3 week. I mean, Game Fest week. Is it E3?
Something.
Who the fuck knows?
Eh.